This beautiful shift dress you can see on the left hand side of your screen comes with a slit neckline, a belt that helps snatch the waistline, and a belt sleeve with net details. And yeah, I made the one on the right hand side. And if you're interested, let me show you how. You will need at least 2.5 yards of your Ankara fabric, depending on the size of the person you're working with and also the length of the dress. But yeah, you will need at least 2 yards to 3 yards. And then you will also be needing your net, about half yard of that, because you're going to be doubling that. Now we are going to just fold this fabric, and you will be folding with your hip circumference divided by 4 plus at least 2 inches for ease and sewing allowance, which I have done here. Now I'm going to place the gown length on the selvage of the fabric down there, then mark the length upwards this way. Once I'm done, I'm going to use my ruler to mark a straight line, and that will serve as a starting point line and also a shoulder line. Now I'm going to start from this line now and go down to my waist measurement, then to the hip measurement. And because this is a shift dress, I'm going to be coming up 1 inch from the person's waist to hip. I'm going to highlight these lines because that's where I'll be taking my measurement. On the shoulder line, I'll take the shoulder measurement divided by 2, then go down to a chest line. And on that point again, I'll mark the shoulder measurement divided by 2, and I'm going to connect it like you see me do it here. Once that is done, I'm going to come to the shoulder line, then from the center front, I'll come into the neck width. Okay, go ahead and use your desired neck width, but it shouldn't be too wide. Then for the shoulder slope, I'm using 1 inch, and I'll connect it to the neck width this way. I wanted to mark a shoulder slope for the back, but I'll use the same shoulder slope for both front and back. Then you're going to go down to your neck depth, which should be like your standard neck depth because of the slit. Then for the back neckline, I came down 2 inches. Now I'm going to get the midpoint of this line. Once I have it, I'll go in there half inch, then come to the chest line and mark the bust measurement divided by 4 plus 1.5. That's like 1 inch for ease, then half inch for sewing allowance. So better still add 2 inches, so that, especially if you will be turning this with your lining, so that you have enough allowance. Then I'm going to cover the armhole like you see me do it here. I'll come to the waistline, take the waist measurement divided by 4 plus 1.5 for sewing allowance and for ease. On the hip line, the hip measurement divided by 4 plus sewing allowance and ease. Okay, once I'm done, I'm going to connect this measurement from the bust to the waist, from the waist to the hip. Now for the down part, you're going to measure what you have here, the whole of what you have on your hip line. Then you come to your gown length and minus 1 inch from it. I'll say that again. Whatever it is you have here on the hip line, you're going to minus 1 inch from it and mark it on the gown length. I added 1 inch instead to what I have on the hip line, but while shaping, I minus it because that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to minus and not add. Then I'm going to just give it a basic armhole curve here, and that will be for the back. And of course, I'm going to be cutting this out, and I'll be cutting the back neckline, so that after cutting, like cutting the back pattern, I'm going to now cut the front neckline out. Once I'm done, I'll place it on another fabric like this. Then you're going to add a zipper allowance. For easy wearing, you can decide to add a zipper to this dress, and I choose to do that. So I added 1 inch zipper allowance. Then every other thing, we are going to be tracing it out. And here I'm going to cut it out on the neckline, on the shoulder slope, on the armhole, and on the side seam. Then once that is done, I'm going to cut open the center back, and yeah, the center back is open. Now I'm going to be cutting the front neckline, then the front armhole, and yeah, that's pretty much about it. The next thing I'm going to do now is to come down here to about 4 inches for the slit. From your neckline, you're going to come down to where you want your slit to stop, and yeah, you're going to be keeping this aside. Let's talk about the sleeve for now. Now for the sleeve, I want to draft it on a paper so that I won't waste my fabric. It's easier that way. So you're going to measure your long sleeve length, yeah, and then you add 2 inches to it. To give you that same effect you see on the thumbnail, you're going to add 2 inches to your long sleeve length. Then for folding, you're going to use whatever you usually use to fold your basic sleeve. Then you're going to add 2 to 3 inches to it if you don't want it to be too wide. Yeah, so here I'm marking out what I usually use to cut out the sleeve, both the width and then to curve the sleeve cap. Do you understand? And once I'm done curving it out, I'm going to measure it to see that it matches up with the armhole circumference. And once I'm sure of that, I'm going to go down to the elbow line. Yeah, or better still, you're going to go down to where you want that net details to start. But I recommend that you use your elbow length from your shoulder to your elbow. Then from that point, you're going to go down to 6 inches or 7 inches, and that will be the space for the net. Then you're going to just cover the sleeve like this. Now, this down part here is 2 inches bigger than what I have on the top part, as you can see. Then once you're done, if this is your length of the length of your sleeve, you're going to use 1.5 to cover it on the side, like you see me do it here. If you know how to go about a bell sleeve, it's just the same thing, except that you're going to cut out where the net will be going, like you make a provision for the net part. Now, while transferring this to the fabric, I'll be making it the length that I want, which is about 3 inches left from what I have here. Yeah. Now we are going to be cutting this out, and I don't want to waste my paper, so I'm cutting just a piece of the paper and not unfold like I folded it. I'm going to cut it out like you see me do it here, and I'm going to cut out this line. Once I'm done, I'm going to just label immediately, indicate the top part and even the top part of the down one. Now I'm going to place it like you see me do it here on the fabric, on a folded fabric. Then I'm going to complete the length of this one. This is the bottom part of the sleeve. Yeah, I'm going to complete the length. Then once I'm done, once I have the length, I'm going to pin it down like this. Then I'm going to come to this side and come up here to 1.5. Once you're sure that the length will give you your long sleeve length plus extra 2 inches, you're going to come up here on the side by 1.5 and cut it out. Then you're going to cut it out, adding your joining allowance on the top part, and also closing allowance on the side if you want to, or just cut it out like that, like you see me do it here. For this top part, the top part of the sleeve here, I'm going to be adding 1/2 inch on the bottom and also 1/2 inch on the top here for joining allowance. Then I'll notch the midpoint. Now for the net, you're going to be using your paper to cut it out on the net, on the two nets, and you're cutting 2 pieces of it. That's, you're going to have 4 pieces in total afterwards, because each side is going to have 2 pieces of the net. Then I went ahead to cut out my lining for the pieces that we'll be using for this gown, the front and the back pieces, and then the sleeve. I cut out my lining. Then I also cut out a pocket, because I wanted to add a pocket to this, but it wasn't really free on the body, yeah, as you can see. So yeah, if you want, you can add a pocket. Then I also cut out this belt. But yeah, the good part is that you're going to learn how you can go about your pocket for your lined dresses. If you're making your dress that you add lining and you don't know how to go about adding a pocket to it, I'll be showing you how to do it, and that will be your take home from this video. Then for the net, like I said, you're going to cut 4 pieces. Yeah, and make sure that the center part of the paper that you cut that unfold. Okay, here I have 4 pieces, 2 pieces for each side of the sleeve, and that's what you should also have. Okay, now we are going to start joining, and the first thing I'm going to do is to keep the ones that I'm not working with aside, then bring in this one that I'm working with now. I'm going to start with the front. You're going to fold it like this, then go ahead and iron it to create a crease line, and then add your interface. Repeat the same thing on the back. The interface is just going around that part that your slit is going to be. Yeah, so iron to create the crease line, like indicate the midpoint of the neckline. Yeah, and then you're going to interface that side. Then go ahead and notch the waistline of your gown. Yeah, notch it, and then you're going to be pinning down your pocket from that notch downwards, like you see me do it here on both sides. And you're going to repeat the same thing on the back too. Notch the waistline. Once you're done, you're going to take your pocket, place it right side to the right side, starting from that notch downwards, and then you're going to go ahead and stitch it down with 1/2 inch or whatever stitching allowance that you added to this. Okay, once I'm done with that, this is what I have. I've gone ahead to stitch down the pocket, and I've gone ahead to interface this slit part of the neckline. I repeated the same thing with the back, with the lining for the front. You're only doing this on the front because that's where your slit is going. Yeah, now you're going to place the lining right side to the right side, and go ahead and sew it like this. Just sew your neckline round and top stitch. And once you're done, you're going to have something like this. Now for the slit, you're now going to pin it down, like pin the lining and then the fashion fabric around that point. Then you're going to measure down to your slit length again, and then you're going to mark about 0.125 on both sides, or 0.25. 0.125 or 0.25. Yeah, then you're going to sew like this. Then when you're getting to this end, you're going to give it a slight curve. Just give it a slight curve so that it will be easier for you to work with it afterwards. Yeah, then once you're done with the neckline, yeah, now going to match up the line and then the fashion fabric on this down part and then sew it with half inch. Yeah, you're going to sew the neckline first before you now come to sew this down part. Then once you're done with the down part, you're going to keep the pockets away like you see me doing it here, and then you're going to sew this part, this side seam, maintaining the same stitch that you used to stitch down the pocket earlier. You're going to repeat the same thing on this other side. Keep the pocket away the same way it was when you stitched down the pocket. That's how you're going to keep it and sew this. And right after that, this is what I have. Now for the neckline, you can see what I was trying to explain. You're going to give it a slight curve on the end part of the slit so that it will be easier for you to notch, and then it will come out well after you ironed. Yeah, so you're notching very close to your stitch, and then I'm gonna head to close the side and then the down part. Now turning it to the right side, you can see how smooth this is looking even as I have not ironed it out yet. Now we're going to keep this aside and work on the sleeve. Let me show you how to go about it. You're going to take all the pieces you need for the sleeve, the top part, the net, and then the bottom part of the sleeve, and also the lining for them. Now you're going to place this top part like this. Then you're going to take your net. It's the pattern is still pinned on the net, so yeah, it will help you know this part is going to the top and this part is going to the down. So you're going to just place it immediately where it's supposed to be, here on the top part of the sleeve. Do you understand? And then you're going to pin it down. Here I have two pieces of these two nets. I'm going to stitch it down with half inch here. That same half inch that I added while cutting, but first you might need to pin it down because this is net, and you know how hard it can be working with it if you don't use your pin. Then I'm going to also pin down this one here. I'm going to open it like this and then place it like this, right side to the right side. Pin it down like you see me doing it here so that it will be easier for you to work with it. You're going to just place them the same way you see me placing them so that, yeah, you don't make a mistake. I'll stitch down with half inch, and after that, this is what I have. You can see how smooth and neat this is already coming out. Then the next thing I'm going to do now is to place it like this, and then we work on the lining. Take the lining for the bottom part, place it like this in a way that it looks like you're placing your lining on the right side of the fabric this way, except that we have net here, yeah, and we are trying to cover that stitch, that sewing allowance. So you're going to place it this same way you see mine going. Then you're going to go ahead and sew with half inch. And because you're working with a two net, you might notice that the line and then the fashion fabric are no longer equal. You're going to just match them up. Then you're going to sew on this right side of the fabric. Stretch while you sew, so that afterwards you're going to end up with something like this. Now I'm going to put the sleeve inside, all of them inside like this. Then match up the lining and then the fashion fabric on this hem. But then to have a neat effect, you're going to cut out half inch from the hem of your lining. Cut out about half inch. Then now you're going to match them up and sew, so that afterwards your lining won't be popping out on the right side of your fabric. So turning it to the right side, you see how neat and smooth this is coming out to be. This is the inside, and yeah, you're supposed to have something like this. Now to do this top part, you're going to place it like you see mine here, in a way that it looks like you're placing your lining like this. So you're going to place it not like this, but like this. Can you see? You're going to place it this exact way, then you place your lining on top of it, turn it to the fashion fabric this way, and then you're going to sew on your previous stitch line. Stretch while you sew so that your fashion fabric and your lining matches up at the end of the day. And once you're done, you're going to just stitch the lining and then the fashion fabric on the top part like this. Cut off the excess you have anywhere around the sleeve and then indicate the midpoint of the sleeve. So yeah, that's pretty much about it for the sleeve. And for the rest of the dress, I'm gonna head to turn out the back like I just the same way I did the front. Then I've fixed the zipper. The next thing now is to just turn the shoulder, and I'm using one of the lining to turn the shoulder, just as you can see me do it here. Once I have it neat, I'm going to pin it down, then go ahead and sew with half inch. I'm going to sew it this way with half inch. Then I will repeat the same thing on the other side of the shoulder. And once I was done, this is what I have. The next thing now is to match up the dress so that we can cut off any excess. But to do that proper, since you already closed the down part of the dress, you're going to match them up from the bottom. You're going to carefully match them up, and then once you get to the armhole, if there is any excess, you're going to cut it out here on the armhole. Yeah. Then you're going to repeat the same thing here too. Match it up from the down all the way to the armhole, and when if you have excess, you're going to cut it out. Then you're going to trim the rest of the armhole, just shedding off where necessary, one side at a time. Once you're done with one side, you're going to repeat the same thing on the other side, and you're going to place it like this. Now you're going to add your belt. I've sewn the belt, which is just very easy. If you don't know how to go about the length of your belt, you're going to use your waist circumference, the whole of your waist circumference. Then you can add to it if you want it longer. Now you're going to place it from the waistline upwards. You're supposed to place your belt from your waistline upwards and not downwards. Not that you cannot do it like that, but it gives a better effect when you place it from the waistline upwards. Then you're going to stitch it down to keep it in place for now. Then while at it, I'm going to be fixing the sleeve. I'm going to place the midpoint of the sleeve on the joining I have on the shoulder. That's the shoulder joining. I'll pin it down. Then I tried matching up the sleeve on the armhole, and yeah, they are matching up because I used the right measurement. Yeah. Now I'm going to just sew from this end here all the way to the other end and repeat the same thing on this other side of the sleeve. Then once I'm done, I'm going to place it like this. And first I'll cut off this excess I have here. I'll cut off this part too. I want to show you the kind of finishing you should do for this sleeve. So you're going to place it like this. Then match up this joining. Very important. Match up the joining, both the top one and the down one. Pin it down. Yeah. Then you're going to sew with about 0.25 or 0.375 or zero point 0.5. Yeah, you're going to sew like that until you get to the armhole. Do the same thing on the other side of the sleeve, and once you're done, you're going to trim very close to your stitch. Do you understand? Very close to the stitch line. You're going to trim very close to it. Then once you're done, you're going to turn it to the inside like this and give it a good press. Be mindful of the two net so that you don't burn it. After ironing it, you're going to hold it like this, and then you're going to close the sleeve. But then you can close it with the side. Yeah, so go ahead and pin it down. Just go ahead and arrange it on both sides this way, and then you're going to just close with half inch. Start from here and sew it with your half inch, maintaining that same half inch until you get to the end of it. Once you get here, the pocket on the pocket here, I'm trying to trim it to have them equal, and then I'm going to corner like this. With that half inch, you're going to corner and come out here to half inch again, and then you sew it all the way down. Repeat the same thing on the other side. Start with your half inch and finish with half inch, cornering from the pocket. Once you get to the pocket part, you corner following the shape of the pocket, and once you're done, you're going to have something as smooth as this. So once you're done closing this side, you're going to iron it, give it a thorough pressing to see what you just did, if you did the right thing or not. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. This is just a simple way you can go about this simple shift dress that is very stylish. And I hope you found this tutorial very helpful. If you did, let me know in the comments, and I'll be seeing you on my next one. Be good. Bye.